I never thought I would be the kind of man who looks through his wife's phone, but there. I was at 2 a.m. in our Chicago apartment, the blue light of the screen painting my face in shades of betrayal. Her name was Chloe, and for 10 years, she was my entire world. The message on the screen wasn't just a simple text. It was a thread, a tapestry of deceit woven over months. The sender's name was saved as Coach D, and the last message from him was a picture. It wasn't explicit, but it was intimate. The caption beneath it simply read, "Can T wait for next week's practice?" The worst part, I knew exactly who Coach D was. He was the head coach of our son's Little League team. And as I scrolled, my heart sinking with every flick of my thumb, I realized this wasn't just an affair. This was a calculated demolition of everything I held sacred. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. Our son Leo would come home from baseball practice talking non-stop about Coach David. Coach David. The praise felt like a knife twisting. I started noticing the small things. The way she'd angle her phone away from me. They got into his car and drove off. I just sat there, my hands gripping the steering wheel, the world dissolving into a blur of rage and grief. I felt it in my chest, a cold, heavy weight that made it hard to breathe. But beneath the pain, a new feeling began to stir, a cold, methodical resolve. I wasn't going to just walk away. They thought they were untouchable, laughing at me behind my back. I was going to burn their world to the ground. I spent the next 2 months living a double life. To Chloe, I was the apologetic, slightly distant husband, trying to work on himself. I installed a keylogger on our home computer. I placed a GPS tracker in her car. I hired a private investigator. The evidence piled up: photos, videos, hotel bookings made with a credit card I discovered she had opened in her maiden name. The most damning piece of evidence came from the PI. He had audio. Chloe and David in his car parked near the lakefront. They were laughing about me. Laughing. Chloe's voice, the same voice that read our son bedtime stories, said he's so clueless. He actually thinks we're working on our marriage. This wasn't just a fling. It was a parasitic relationship, and I was the host. My plan had 3 stages: financial ruin, social annihilation, and legal victory. First, I quietly began moving our joint assets into a separate account. Chloe had always been obsessed with her social standing, her pristine reputation among the other baseball moms, and in her professional circle. That would be her downfall. The day of reckoning was our Suns and Dove Season Baseball Awards banquet. It was held at a fancy restaurant in the West Loop, the kind of place Chloe loved. The whole team was their parents, kids, coaches. David was at the head table, basking in the adoration. Chloe was by my side, playing the part of the proud, supportive wife. After the kids got their trophies, the league president invited parents to say a few words. I stood up. I walked to the microphone, my heart pounding a steady, cold rhythm. I started by thanking the coaches, especially Coach David. I looked right at him. "David," I said, my voice calm and clear, "you've taught our sons a lot this year, but you've also been teaching my wife a few things." A confused murmur went through the room. Chloe's smile froze. Her hand gripped my arm. "Mark, what are you doing?" she hissed. I ignored her. "For example," I continued, pulling a stack of photos from my jacket pocket. "You taught her about the amenities at the Langham, the view from the Hoxton's rooftop pool, and the importance of discreet billing." I tossed the photos onto the head table. They fanned out for everyone to see crystal-clear images of Chloe and David kissing. Entering hotels, his arm wrapped possessively around her. Gasps echoed through the silent room. David's face went white. I turned to Chloe. Her face was a mask of horror. "And you, Chloe," I said, my voice dropping. On a large screen behind the stage, which was meant for a slideshow of the kids, a new image appeared, a screenshot of Chloe's texts with David, the one where they were laughing about me funding her lifestyle. The entire room could read it. The humiliation was absolute. It was silent, then a low hum of whispers erupted.